everyone, so today I wanted to film a super quick video for you guys about how to care for your dance shoes, and this video is going to be very specific, so if you're not a competitive dancer, perhaps this is not for you, but if you want to stick around and watch, you're more than welcome to do so. I'm just going to use ballroom as an example because I dance competitively, as you guys all know. And if you're dancing competitively, you want to make sure that you have at least 3 pairs of shoes. So for example, you need to have a pair of actual competition shoes because you want them to be clean, but you also want to make sure that they're broken in, so that way you're not wearing new shoes the day of the competition, and you reduce the risk of hurting your feet. Number 2 is you need a pair of practice shoes that you can wear on a daily basis, just like your regular high heels that you can dance in, you know, every day, every other day. And then the last pair of shoes I recommend is not necessary, it's more of an optional step, but this is something that I use if I am dancing for a long period of time. So for example, if I'm doing rounds or if I have practice literally for like a full day, you know, several hours, 3-4 hours, then I recommend getting a really comfy pair of practice shoes. And I will go through everything and I will show them to you, and especially how to care for your heels. So these are my competition shoes, and the ones I have are from Super Dance. They're made in London, England, and this is by far one of the best brands that you can get for your shoes. They're a little bit expensive. You can definitely find great dupes. Super Dance has sort of like an outlet brand that they outsource in China, so they're a little bit cheaper, but I have found that the quality is just as fine, and they're much less expensive. I think they're about half the price. So I have my Super Dance ones here, like I said, and these ones I use for competition. So this is the shoe, and as you can tell, this shoe is fairly clean. I'm breaking them in right now because competition season is starting around October, so I need to make sure that these stay clean, but at the same time that I'm saving them for competition specifically, and you know, they're broken in, I can dance in them, they're fine, they're clean, and I can use them anytime I want. So this is the shoe, and as you can tell, this is a pretty small tapered heel. Mine has suede on the bottom. So there are different types of heel taps that also come with shoes. There are ones like this that are just the regular plastic ones. I hope you guys can see it like through my camera. Mine has suede on the bottom as well. And these are fine because they look very nice if you put them on the shoe. If you put them on the shoe, you won't be able to see the heel protector, and you always want to make sure you get heel protectors because shoe heels get worn out so quickly. I cannot even tell you like how many shoes I've ruined because I had bad heel protectors. So these heel protectors I would particularly use for competition because they're invisible, they're still good, but they don't last very long. So for example, like one of these I can blow through during one competition or about 2 practices. Like they're not, it really has nothing to do with the quality of the heel protector. It's the fact that the plastic just gets rubbed off so quickly that they just don't last very long. There's no brand of plastic heel protectors that's going to last you for longer than a week or so. That's just the way it is. So if, for example, you have regular practice shoes and you want to make them last a little bit longer, then I recommend velvet heel protectors, or suede heel protectors. And these are the thick kind. I will show you. So this is the thick kind, and they are amazing. Like I honestly cannot tell you how long these last. I think one of these can last for a few months easily, like no doubt about it. There's another type of heel protector that looks exactly like this. They're a little bit thinner, they're about half the size, but I did find that those do not last as long as these ones. So if you can get your hands on these ones, I would highly recommend them, and I will put links down below on the websites that I have found these, because honestly I haven't found them in many places. Most places have the really thin ones. Okay, so the way these work is that you have your heel, you get the heel protector, you put it exactly in the middle, make sure that you align the heel protector correctly to the center of the shoe, And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold down the first 2 flaps, and then you're going to use your tape to tape the first layer. Then you're going to take the second 2 flaps that are sticking out, fold those down, and then wrap more tape around it. So you get about 2-3 layers of tape, and the tape that I recommend specifically is the NextCare 3M Absolute Waterproof tape. And this is their cushion tape. It stretches and it flexes. For some reason, this is a little bit hard to come by, so if you do see this, definitely get a few of these. They last for a little while, but I got like 3 or 4 at a time, and I think they're about $7. And this I found at CVS. They don't always have it, so if you do find it, make sure you get your hands on it. Now, another quick thing I wanted to mention is I actually carry my shoes in boxes. I know it's a little bit on the bulkier side. Most of them come with like a little bag that you can store your shoes in, but I have found that they get smushed together pretty quickly if you carry it in a bag versus if you put it in a box. Then every shoe, each shoe has its own room and they're not squished and smushed. So I like this better. It's a little bit bulkier, but because you're paying so much money for good shoes, whether they're practice shoes or whether they're competition shoes, I highly recommend it. Also, because you're dancing in them and most people dance barefoot, they do get pretty sweaty pretty quickly. So this also gives them enough room to breathe and kind of air out. So that's just something that I would absolutely recommend. So that kind of touches on your 2 most important shoes, like your competition shoes, your heel protectors, and having a separate pair of shoes that you can just practice in every single day. So another pair of shoes that I have mentioned earlier is just like your regular, practice shoes if you have a really, really long day of practice ahead of you. So the ones that I have are from Block, and they have a soft bottom, so it's very, very bendy, very, very flexible. It's also breathable, as you can tell. It has a little bit of a heel. And I think these were around $50 or $60, so not very expensive, and they last for quite some time. They have a cushioned bottom, so that way you're not slipping and sliding on the floor. So I think that pretty much sums up the whole video. One quick tip that I have learned from my friend Yana, whom you have all seen on this channel, is that if your shoes do get super, super dirty, for example, and if you want to clean them very efficiently, you can actually throw these in the washer and then let them air dry, and they look brand new. I have not tried this personally, so I can't vouch for it, but this is something that she recommends, and she is a top-level amateur dancer. She's amazing, so I think she knows what she's talking about. So quick tip right there. And something that's extremely important, when you're at a competition, if you have a white dress, you need to make sure you have white shoes. If your dress is any other color, you can get away with something that's nude. One more quick tip that I totally just remembered is that if your shoes are, really sweaty or really dirty, for example, and if you want to kind of get that smell out, because they can get pretty icky, to be perfectly honest with you guys, what you can do is you actually can take your shoes, put them in a Ziploc bag, or just a tight plastic bag to make sure that they don't smell everything up. Seal it pretty tightly and stick it in your freezer. So the cold air actually ends up killing all the bacteria that's causing that foul smell in your shoes. So that's just another quick tip I learned from another friend of mine. And that really is it. I'm sorry if this video ran a little bit longer than I originally anticipated, but I hope it kind of helped you out in terms of caring for your shoes. And like I said, I will have links to everything I mentioned down below. So if you're interested, you can go check it out. And I highly, highly recommend the thicker suede shoe protectors or heel protectors for your heels. Those are very important and will definitely extend the life of your shoe much longer than the plastic ones. So that's that. I will talk to you guys in another video, and have a good day. Bye.